Welcome back everyone. I hope you guys are all staying healthy and safe. In today's video, I'm going to be leveling out the front of my 2022 TRD Off-Road Limited Tundra, and I'm going to be doing that with this rough country 1 3/4 front leveling kit. Now the reason I decided to go with this kit was for a few reasons. Number one, it is going to be the most cost-effective kit on the market. Number two, it's only 1 3/4 inches, so it's not going to be too aggressive of a level or a lift up front. Also, with this being a leveling kit that's going to sit on top of the strut, this shouldn't affect the ride quality, and it should still theoretically ride just like factory. Now, I could have gone with other solutions. The biggest reason is with this not being like one of the preload collar kits and all that jazz, installation of this is going to be extremely simple. I'm not going to need any, spring compressors or any specialty tools. I should be able to throw this on within the hour on both sides, go get it lined, and we should be ready to rock and roll. And then also with this, I'm hoping that I'll be able to run some 35s on the truck. If this is your first time here, make sure to drop me a like below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, as I will be releasing a lot more content on the Tundra, and so you guys can follow along. Without talking too much, let's get into the install.
First, we need to put the active aero spoiler into service mode. To do so, start by shutting the truck off, and within 45 seconds push the windshield wiper stalk up for about 2 seconds. This will lower the active aero spoiler down. Next, we will remove the sway bar. Start by removing the nuts on the end links on both the driver and passenger side. Then remove the bolts from the brackets on the sway bar. This will let the sway bar drop down. If your truck has a TRD off-road or aftermarket skid plate, it will need to be removed to allow the sway bar to drop down. Next, we will loosen the nuts on the lower control arm. We will not pull them all the way out. This will allow us to swing the control arm down. Do this on both sides of the control arm. Up next, we are going to remove the nut from the bottom of the shock mount, and we'll pull the bolt out. If the bolt is being stubborn, you can use a ratchet or an impact to zip the bolt out. We will slide a floor jack under the lower control arm to support it. Now that the floor jack is in place, we will remove the 2 bolts which are holding the ball joint assembly to the steering knuckle. Next up, we will drop down the control arm. This step will allow us to pull out the shock without any fuss. Up next, we will remove the 4 14mm nuts from the top of the shock assembly. And then finally, we are going to just pull out the whole shock assembly and just go straight down. Now that we have the control arm out of the way, this is going to be a simpler process. Now that the shock assembly is out of the truck, we will install a leveling kit onto the top of the factory top hat. This will be very simple. If you look on the top of the OEM top hat, you will see markings which say out. This will be pointing out towards the fender or the outside of the truck. On the rough country leveling kit, you will see that there is this one flat piece. Now this one we install will be sitting towards the body side right here, and essentially it's going to look like this. Before installing the rough country leveling kit on top of the top hat, we will need to cut down the OEM studs to 5/8 of an inch. We're going to mark them down. Our weapon of choice will be a Dremel, but you can also use a grinding wheel here. Now that we have these guys cut down, we are going to be installing the top hat. Remember, on the out will be pointing out towards the out of the fender, and then your flat spot will be towards the bottom side or the body side. So we're going to slide this guy in like so, and as you guys can see here, the small holes will go onto the top hat directly. Up next, we've added thread locker to the OEM studs, and now we will install the rough country stud extensions. To tighten down the leveling kit, we will jam up the 2 non-locking nuts which are supplied in the kit like this, and then zip them down to tighten down the leveling kit. I also used washers to get the kit flat, however this is not necessary. You just want to make sure that everything is flat. You have a flat surface right here. Up next, we will reinstall the shock into the truck, and we will reverse all the steps that we did by taking this off.
And that's pretty much it for the install. I just went through and reversed all of my steps from taking everything off, put it back on, torqued everything down to OE spec. I took the truck immediately to get aligned because I did loosen those lower control arm bolts, which in most cases will mess up your alignment, especially if you do, move your little alignment pins. So I would recommend immediately go, get your, truck aligned. As far as the steps on this, they're pretty much identical to the Tacoma and the, previous generation Tundra. So super simple. It took me about 2 hours with shooting the video, basic hand tools. Now for the ride quality, this thing rides just like stock. You can't even tell that there is any modifications on the front, suspension. I mean, there's a reason that generally with OE dealers, when they're adding accessories, they'll do these little puck kits up front. So huge ups to Rough Country on that. I mean, the install was super simple, basic hand tools. I did use an impact because I had it, but it's not necessary. And for the price, I feel like you cannot beat this. Truck looks great. It's perfectly leveled. The truck did have a little lean by about 1/4 inch, which is to be expected, but can't really tell much. Right now, it looks great. Next up, I am going to go pick up the wheels and tires. We're going to slap those on, so I'll do a follow-up video on that. Now these videos that are going to be coming out are going to be not going to be coming out in order I was shooting them. Essentially, I just went through and shot a bunch of videos, and I'll just be like releasing them here over the next couple of days. I did go through and de-chrome the entire truck, so I'll be releasing a video on that next, even though I did that before this. So I just felt like I wanted to release this video soon because I was a little bit more excited about this. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop me a like below, let me know what you think about the truck so far, and until next time, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you.